Hey there. Hello, hello. Julie Saberko, of course. And I'm here every Friday at 11 o'clock. And we kind of do what we can do to help you build your business. Okay. So today we're going to talk about your email list. Now, that's probably something that isn't even on your to do list for some of you. Some of you thinking it's already taken care of. It's in my CRM. But I'm not talking about that kind of email. I'm talking about the email list that can become the heart and soul of your business, right? It should be the heart and soul of your business. Your email list is going to determine the growth of your business, is directly related to the growth of your email list. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. All right, and today we're going to unpack three different things that hopefully you haven't even really thought about, or maybe something you can implement here quickly and make some changes. Okay, all right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is keep your email messages short and to the point. Um, I like to try to make mine very conversational. Okay. And I keep mine to about 3 paragraphs, to be honest with you. They say about 5 paragraphs maximum, 3 paragraphs that I usually try and keep mine. And everybody's on their mobile device. I want you to remember that. Pretty much everybody is on their mobile device. I don't care if it's 5 o'clock in the morning, they're sitting there drinking their coffee, they are looking at their phone. So everything is needs to be kind of short and sweet and geared towards that mobile experience. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind when you're crafting your email messages. Keep it short and to the point. Okay. Number two, I want you to make sure that your subject line catches the reader's attention. Okay. We all know that we need to rise above the noise, and hopefully that subject line is what's going to uh, do that, right? You have to make sure that you've got continuity in your brand. And the easiest way to do that is to have a hook for your email and have it recognizable, okay, in the inbox. All right. Number three, and I want you to personalize your messages whenever possible. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about using canned email crap. Those of you that know me know that my email, the way I do it, it has a hook, right? It has an element of my personality, and also it is driven to sources that can be retargeted so that it's very purposeful. Okay, so these are some elements that I want you to think about. I don't, I'll be honest with you, I don't segment my email list, right? I don't try to deliver buying content to buyers and selling content to sellers, because my journey with my customer is long, very long. I understand that my customer's journey is a lifelong experience with me. Okay. When they are in my world, I need to be able to deliver something of personality and not necessarily market reports. Okay. Does that give you a hint? All right. All right. Understand that the concept does not change. You have an audience and you make an offer to them, and that's what's going to translate into transactions. That's what I teach. Okay. That's what I, have done for over a decade, honestly. And your email list, like I said, is the heart and soul of your business. This is the only real estate. This is the only social real estate that you own. Okay, think about it. Think about the last time that you went on the internet and purchased something. For example, surely you've seen those eyeglasses that just pop on a new frame, right? you can just change your frame and pop your frames. I think it's called Pair Eyewear, or at least the one company that I looked at. That's the name of it. Okay. Now I love that. I want one of those. Okay. I went to their website. I tootled around. I looked. Okay. I got distracted. I jumped off the site and I didn't purchase. But they got my email somehow. So I must have registered for something. Okay. The next thing I have is their email in there. Now I love that product. I have every intention of purchasing that product. Okay. And thank goodness they are in my email every day, right? Because I'm looking at them, I'm watching them, I'm looking at them. When I'm, ready to pull the trigger, I'll know right where to go in my email to get to them and make my purchase. And I'll do that eventually because it is something I want. But think about how you shop. And of course, think about how a home buyer shops. They start their journey 6 to 12 months or more before their target move date. Okay. So the whole goal of everything that you're doing as far as marketing and retargeting and driving traffic, the whole goal of that is to obtain the email address, obtain the know, like, and trust relationship. When you get a solid email from someone, and even more so, when you've established a relationship via email, okay, it's more solid than a relationship via social media. You do not own that social media audience, okay? You know that, right? You don't own your Facebook audience. You don't own your TikTok audience. You don't own your LinkedIn, your Instagram. You don't own that data. And it's only raw data if it's still in your audience stage, okay? You need to move that from the audience stage to the relationship stage when you obtain a higher relationship with your customer and you get their contact information and you actually reach out and they speak to you. Okay, that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Well, what if it's easier for them to just correspond with you via email? If you've given them a reason to respond to your email, right? That's it. That's an easier foot in the door, so to speak, for a conversation to develop, right? Because it's on their terms. They're responding to you. And that's the goal, isn't it? We want the customer just simply responding to us, because when we get that response, then we've got something to work with. Then you've got a conversation. Then you've got a higher relationship. Okay, so your email list does all of that for you if you do it correctly. Okay, all right. I've been doing email relationship building, I call it, for decades. Okay, and I do not send canned email crap whatsoever. Okay, so this is the element that you need to think about. How are you going to deliver yourself to an email outside of maybe your automations? You gotta take a look at your automations, I guess. I will be honest with you. I only have 3 canned emails that I work with, and one of them is, of course, my welcome sequence. We all want that to trigger when someone registers. That's important. And then we also want to deliver, any specific content on demand. So I have a sequence of first-time homebuyer information because we deliver that information. It's like a frequently asked question, right? And we can one-off email that information or launch that 2 or 3 email campaign to deliver that specific information. So that's the real purpose of that. That's really the only. And then I've got a once a month touch email that just kind of says, hey, hello, we're here. What can we do for you? You know what I mean? So that's the only canned email stuff that they're going to get from me, because they're getting other things. They're getting other content from me consistently. So they don't need to be delivered, buyer information when they're not ready to buy, or seller information when they're not ready to sell. Okay, so be careful of the automations that you have set up, and take a really good look at what you are delivering from your automations and your CRM. All right, not all automations are good. They just aren't. Those systems are designed by big box because they know that they're just you know running agents through that system and harvesting data, and you've got to understand that they retarget that information. You know that, right? So understand that that's why it's precedent and taught that way. But if you really think about what you want to do personally with your email, I guarantee you it isn't going to be an email crap. When you start talking and developing a relationship with your customers easily through a personal email, okay? Easily, right? So, that's the epitome of working smarter and not harder, isn't it? Okay? All right, so I want you to think about that. And if you want to dive deeper into that, book a call with me and we'll chat about what kind of systems you've got set up for your business, and maybe how I can help you put these foundations in place for your business. Okay? Because once they are, you're attracting an audience and you're building a relationship seamlessly. Okay? And that's what needs to happen. All right? You have to have that audience on par with your message and how you deliver it, and be consistent. Okay? All right. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye bye.